learning works. So first to say that what we're interacting with here is just normal Gemini, right? This isn't a specialized model. We're in a mode of Gemini, and if you look here on this tools menu, just where you would find your Nano Banana, you also have this tool called guided learning. And guided learning is designed to transform Gemini from a lecturer, that's to say an answer machine, into something of a semi-Socratic tutor. It's going to engage you in conversation with rich questions, and the idea is to get you thinking rather than merely accepting information. If you want information, go to Gemini. It's waiting for you. It's happy to give you all the information. So here in guided learning, this is an example of what we call a divergent question or an open-ended question. Person wants to know about photosynthesis, an extremely broad topic. We need to narrow that down, and more importantly, we have to help the learner narrow it down for themselves. So we're not only going for this cognitive development of, I'm going to learn about photosynthesis, but the metacognitive development of, I'm going to learn how to learn using this tool. So on one of these open-ended questions, we'll give a general overview. If an educational image is appropriate, we'll offer it. Here you'll see this is from Getty Images. We retrieve images currently in guided learning. This is especially important in certain maths cases like geometry. If we generate images, there's always a risk that the lines don't connect. And then with that, you could have a miseducation of a geometry student. So we always want to give reliable information in this guided learning mode, so we're not generating images here. But then after we've given the overview, then we have these pathways. Now, this is not like a comprehensive lesson plan or learning plan, but these are options for the learner. These are sort of the traditional kind of content that you want to explore with photosynthesis. Now, the ingredients of the products, the chemical equations, we're looking maybe that's like a secondary level, a secondary understanding of the chemistry of photosynthesis. The Calvin cycle, again, maybe secondary, early university, or real world importance. Now, maybe our user is younger. We don't know at this point. So we're offering multiple entry points because we don't know who the learner is yet. And what we want to do is we want to help the learner learn what they want, how they want. And in order to get there, we don't want to say, how old are you? But rather, we'll ask conceptual questions that will help us understand the learner more. So this is an example of the broader one. And you can see this student wants to get into the chemistry. And they can just give us the number 1 here because we've given them the number. And now when we get into the chemistry, here is the chemical equation. Now I'll note here this is another retrieved image, but Gemini has turned this into a multimodal interactive image. So as I start to understand the photosynthesis